I'm Todd Grisham. Here comes Eric Hector. You've heard of people. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Insane action. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Nice counter shot. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. That counter shot lands. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talking about Morales in that last round. Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A perfect counter shot. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Only catching air with that hook. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That hook is parried away. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. The perfect counter lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talking about Morales in that last round. And there's the bell for round three. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. that hook misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Missed him with that uppercut. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talking about Morales in that last round. I promise you.
You're switching.
Back at it in round 4. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
There's a counter shot. Caution being thrown to the wind. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. The jab doesn't quite connect. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talking about Morales in that last round.
Big deep breath. Big deep breath.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
There's a counter shot. Can't find a home for that jab. The jab can't find a home. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Morales in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Barry, ring away. You walk back.
I like that round. Good.
There's the bell for round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Jab does not score. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good straight to the body. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good counter punching. These punches coming from every angle. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Morales in that round. Here comes round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nope, that hook won't score. Good counter punch. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Missing with that right hook. And he misses with that jab. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talking about Morales in that last round.
What do you do? Don't worry about that round.
And there's the bell for round 8. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Macho goes down. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
He blocks that jab. That hook's blocked. These two were made for each other. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before.